everybody. I wanted to come on and just finish talking about the cayenne pepper, the video that I done for the 10 must-have herbs that you can grow in your backyard. I did one on cayenne pepper, and this is the oil that I did. I still have a little bit of oil. This is for the one about making salves. And I just wanted to talk about, this is the salve that I completed. And I put peppermint oil with it. And it smells, I wish you could smell right now. This smells really good. I just got through rubbing some on my back. I mean, my back kind of hurts. I'm more sore than like in really a lot of pain, but it's just really sore, and it took the soreness right out of my back. It smells so divine. But I wanted to basically just get on here and real quick go over, I mean, as far as the properties and the history and all that, you can just go back. I'll link it up here about the other video that has all the history and the properties and all that, so we don't have to go over all that. But I just wanted to just briefly how to make this salve. Now, you already have your oil, so all you have to do is get you some beeswax. And these are pellets. They're organic, they're yellow. You could get the white, you could get whatever brand of beeswax that you want, but these are just the little tablets. They melt really fast. You could get the big block and save more money. I have both. I use both. It just one takes a little bit longer to melt. Just make sure you melt it on a low heat. Don't use your fire really high. On a double broiler, you can make a home. I don't have a double broiler. I do the makeshift, but I just do it really low heat so that you don't mess up your properties in your oil. Okay? Now, your next step is, and I just wrote all my stuff down here. You use your 2 ounces of cayenne pepper, and you use the cup of olive oil, which this is the 2 cups right here. I mean, the 1 cup is this right here that you already got made. Now, all you're going to do is you're going to put your 1/4 cup of beeswax, which is this right here. After you get it kind of warmed up a little bit on your makeshift double broiler, you're going to put a 1/4 cup of the beeswax in there, and like I had before in the other video, you can make, I mean, you don't have to use those little stir sticks I had. You can use a little wooden spoon. Some people don't have any of that. They don't want it. You just use a regular spoon. It's up to you. It's up to the individual. Now, you don't want to use any essential oils until you've gotten it off at the heat and you've kind of let it cool down for a minute or 2, maybe 2 minutes, because your essential oils have their own set of properties, and if you put it on there when it's too hot, you'll burn all the essential oil properties up, and they'll be of no good. And they may not even smell as good anymore either. So what you're going to do there is you're going to take it off the heat, and any essential oils, I mean, if you want to use lavender or whatever kind of smell, whatever essential oil properties that you're going to want to use, smell or not, you may not want to use any kind of essential oil at all. It's up to you. Each individual, and you may not even want to use this recipe. You just may want to use cayenne pepper and some other ingredients. That's up to you, and that's up to the individual too. So I'm just kind of leading you down my path and my way right now. So just make sure you take it off the heat. You have your canisters ready and sterilized, and I used this right here, which this is, I think, close to 4 ounces, and it's the ball jars, and you can reuse it, wipe it out and reuse it. It's very easy to reuse, and it's great. I made the recipe that I used, the 1 cup recipe, made 3 of these. So it's great. You can have one for yourself, and then you can give 2 away or sell 2, whatever you desire. It's great to give away as a gift, or I can have one, give one to my husband, however you want to do it. Have one for the shelf. So anyway, I did a little different thing here. I have been gifted some Yarrow, and all of its properties. I do have another video, and I will also put it in the cards. And I had made an oil. Yarrow has a lot of great benefits. So what I did is, just to kick it up a notch, upgrade it a little bit, I put a heaping tablespoon into this recipe. Now, it's not going to make it. I just thought, because sometimes this has a tendency to sting, itch, or burn because of the cayenne pepper. I thought this would take away the sting, the itch, and the burn. And when I did put it on, it did not sting me, it did not burn me, it did not any of those things. But that's not to say, because all of our bodies are different. All of us, some of us have super sensitive skin, which I have sensitive. I don't have super sensitive skin, but I do have sensitive skin. That's the reason that I put that in there for me. Now, it's up to the individual whether they want to do that for themselves or whether they have access or availability to Yarrow, because Yarrow is another pain herb, and it's anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, all those other good things. So anyway, that's just something to let you know that I did out of the clear blue. I just said, hey, I've got Yarrow at the same time, within the same time frame as I was doing this. And I just took and put a tablespoon of the oil. That's all I did. And hey, you never know. I mean, sometimes you just have one of those thoughts and you just threw it. I just threw it in there, and it didn't change the color or the texture or anything. That's actually all that I've used out of this jar. It doesn't take but just a dab. And I just want to mention real quick, you know how to do the test. I actually added 20 drops of peppermint. I'm a peppermint lover. It has a calm, cooling effect to the skin. And after I did it, took a test, and it wasn't quite as, it was too soft. And some people like their salves really soft. I didn't want mine that soft. I mean, it is still pretty soft. You can see how soft it is to just barely touch it. And it's creamy. But I added a few more, less than probably a 1/4 teaspoon more. And so you can actually get your little spoon, your metal spoon, and put just a little bit, stick it in the freezer on a plate, and a minute later go back and see, and then put your finger and rub it through there and see, is it still soft or is it really, really hard? That's the freezer test. Mine was still really, really soft. So I put that 1/4 teaspoon of pellets on there. That's the reason I went to using the pellets, the beeswax pellets. And it's still kind of soft. So that's why you may want to test your salve before finishing it, because you may need to add more of this. And it's good to rub on your joints. It's good to rub anywhere that you may have some stiffness. People put this on their hands in the morning to get their arthritis, opened up, and then they feel good in their joints, really right in there. I have a painful area and on their shoulders sometimes. And then after 20 drops of peppermint, I dropped 5 more drops of peppermint because it just kind of depends. You go with your basic recipe, and then over time our bodies kind of change, and then you may want to add a couple of more, or you may want to back off the recipe a couple of drops here and there. So anyway, that is that. I just wanted to follow up and let you know about how I did make the salve and give you the rest of the ingredients, because we made the oil and then we turn the oil into a salve. And then I will link those two. And you can do the same thing you can make a salve out of the Yarrow as well. Same basic concept, same basic ingredients, same thing. So anyway, if you have any questions or comments, please remember to drop them below. And remember, my email is at gardenofherbstx@gmail.com. And y'all, blessings to all of you. I hope this was helpful to y'all. And that's all for now. Bye.